Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. To the air is Rattler. Complete to his tight end, Jalen Hyatt. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 13 yards on the game's opening play.
Well, this defense certainly knows they're going to have their hands full trying to slow down this passing game. Here's an example on the very first play from scrimmage. I think we'll see some different looks, maybe some pressure from different places, but it didn't work there, and it's a quick first down.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. Room here to run. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back to back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
Here's Rattler. Down the left sideline. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And they'll be left with second and a couple. Well, this defense for the Rams, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
3rd and 3. Now Rattler. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 20-yard line. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They've worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want on offense.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Off the play fake, it's Rattler. This is caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Second and goal from the 1. McCaffrey will get into the end zone for a 49er touchdown. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, They've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start on the ground with Wright. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Now it's Nix. Fighting to stay upright. Complete to Wright. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Their boy down a touchdown already, but they're going to line up to go for it on their side of the field. They'll go for it. Here's Nix. Over the middle, complete. It's Wilson. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. And the Rams at 3-2, a game over 500 here to start the season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he will finally be taken out of bounds as it's an enormous play there on the final snap of this 1st quarter. The Rams with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they go to work on a 1st and goal. Here's Knight on the handoff. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
And that's exactly what you're looking for at the inside linebacker spot. Versatility. He can drop into coverage, or as he did on that last play, use his speed to get to the perimeter and knock the ball carrier for a loss.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. To throw is Nix. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
They'll try and throw. Here's Nix. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. They get this out quickly to the left side. And he will be brought down well shy of the goal line. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And they are a game under 500 now following the loss a week ago. And this is a team, Charles, that just has not been able to string victories together.
Yeah, they're certainly going the wrong way, aren't they? Because it looked like they had things pointing in the right direction, but now they've lost 2 straight. And that means this game is vital. Extremely important because if they fall 2 games below 500, the road back into playoff contention, awfully difficult. Oh, boy, he got a favorable spot there. The guys on the sidelines were raising their hands over their head and clasping their hands to signal safety. But the official marked it just outside the end zone at the 1-yard line.
That one complete. It's Tank Dell.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And 3rd and 8 now.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Rattler from the gun, 3rd down.
That is caught. And right around the 20, he'll head out of bounds. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down. A handoff, McCaffrey running right. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. With that run, double check my math, yes, he has hit 8,000 career rushing yards.
And that's fantastic. That means he's now approaching the top 50 all-time rushers in NFL history. That means he just sped past Terrell Davis, who's in the Hall of Fame. And now he's just got to go ahead and be strong and run hard because he's chasing down Larry Zonka.
2nd down and right back to McCaffrey.
And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
They'll go with a keeper. Only a few inches needed on the sneak. He didn't get it, and now it's 4th down. They'll try and sneak it here. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And that will force a turnover on downs. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Throwing Nix.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Here's 2nd and 10.
A run with Knight. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. He finds his man, complete. It's Rose. And this defense rallies, and they stop him short of the 1st down right near the 24.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game.
The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Christian McCaffrey. And running with power here. Touchdown, 49ers. Christian McCaffrey, his 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Niners are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Nix to the air. That is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
2nd and 10. On play action, here's Nix.
He's got him in, complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 35.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Operating from the gun, here's Nix.
He finds his man, complete. That's Rose. And between the last two plays, they've moved it over half the length of the football field.
These guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Nix to throw again.
And it's caught. Touchdown, Rams. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Rams get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Aubrey good with the PAT.
And that'll make our score 14-7.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel. They'll throw. Here's Rattler.
And incomplete on the deep ball. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Rattler wants to throw it. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete.
They approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first two throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Throwing is Rattler. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a give, right side McCaffrey. They find some open field here.
There he goes again.
Touchdown, 49ers.
Christian McCaffrey
On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the 49ers will extend their lead here just before halftime. So his big first half continues, his 3rd touchdown already. We'll have to keep watch as this game goes along, how much they want to continue to ride him, because he could be on his way to a record-setting performance.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Next to score, Niners 41, Rams 7. Mitch Wischnowski to kick off for San Francisco.
Four seconds, all that remain here in this first half as the kick gets away.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
A final shot before break. Nix. And Wilson with it, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
Mitch Wishnowsky to kick off for San Francisco.
The Rams set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail here as we resume play. And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback, and the third quarter will start from the 30. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Here's Nix.
Catch is made by Metcalf. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
This is Knight. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32.
Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
To throw, here's Nix.
He finds his man, complete. That's Rose. And head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. 23 yards on the play.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Back to throw. Nix. Flush to his right. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second and goal at the 2-yard line.
Nix from the shotgun.
Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he is going to lose yardage here. They call it a loss of a yard there. And now what we have here, a third and goal.
That play was well covered. Just tried to check it down. Unfortunately, we're not able to find any yardage on that one.
They'll look to throw on third and goal. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Touchdown! A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year.
And the Rams have cut it back within a score.
Now the extra point up and good by Auburn. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
Another run with McCaffrey on second down. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
On the toss, they run wide side with McCaffrey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1 yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
Boy, 192 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
A first down carry now for Miller. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
They'll go play action here with Rattler. Throw here taken in by Wiley, the tight end.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Los Angeles. It's 49er football here. They've got the lead as well as we get set to start the 4th and final quarter. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown.
Christian McCaffrey
with career touchdown number 109. That ties him with Barry Sanders on the all-time NFL list.
And the Niners look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14.
Niners 28, Rams 14. Mitch Wishnowsky to kick off for San Francisco.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
On the carry, here's Knight.
And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
From the 48-yard line, here's a 2nd and 7. Working out of the gun is Nix. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7. He'll find Metcalf. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. He got out of bounds. That's a good thing, but still short of the first.
And now, since this brings up 4th down, the defensive play caller, grab your nerves, because now you don't want to be so amped up that you give them a 1st down by getting out of your lanes, but you also don't want to just lay back and let them have it easily.
They're going. It's Nix. He's got his target. That's complete.
And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
So now following the roll of the dice, they've got a 1st and 10 inside the 35.
Back to throw again. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now it's Nix. Well, that's brought in by Knight.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 11 and a 1st down, L.A.
Off the play fake, here's Nix.
This is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A well-executed executed, 22-yard gain.
Oh, nice job there putting the ball right in the doorstep of the goal line. Couldn't quite get it to pay dirt, but he got awfully close. Let's see if they can cash it in over the next couple of plays.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Touchdown, Rams. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Rams have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
Storms are minor, but you know she living major. Wings flying up, this ain't no cables. Don't look what happened in Vegas and stay in Vegas.
Aubrey now for the point after. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21. So a 7-point game. They'll need a recovery, the touchdown, and an extra point to tie. And the 49er hands team does its job. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent. And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that first down carry.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left.
Third and 12. Here's Rattler. That's complete to Dell.
And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37.
They'll go. Here's Rattler.
And it's going to be batted down. And we'll go the other way with the football. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs.
This is 1st and 10.
He's back to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Rose. Touchdown, LA! A big play there. With now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns.
And the Rams are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes.
Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the posts, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
You know, it's become cliche, but we have seen it and observed it. When runners have days like what we're seeing right now, they often take their offensive linemen out for steaks afterwards, don't they? They all go buy them dinner. But after a play like that, he might reduce it, might go to the corner and just grab a hot dog or 2, huh?
Hey, I mean, they've still been blocking for him well in this game. They don't get one mulligan up front.
Okay, so what we're saying then is we're going petite filet instead of porterhouse.
8
How's
ounce.
that?
8 ounce is good.
All right, just checking.
To the air is Rattler.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete. He's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
A big play needed, no doubt. 3rd and long. Now Rattler. Oh, look at this. It's intercepted. Now he's loose at the 40.
And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Here's 1st and 10.
They'll try the left side. Knight. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Here's 1st down.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Knight. Eventually wrangled down before reaching the 20, but a strong run.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
20 seconds remain. Here's 2nd down.
Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And his kick is good. And the Rams have won the game.
That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the fourth quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they ever, because the deficit they faced certainly wasn't small. They obviously did not give up on that one, and in the end, how about that come-from-behind victory? They'll cherish this one for a while.
So for L.A., their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the 49ers, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4.
Bring them out, bring them out, bring them out, bring them out. It's hard to yell when the in your mouth. Come on. Bring them out, bring them out. Hey. Bring them out, bring them out. Yeah. Bring them out, bring them out. Hey. Bring them out, bring them out.
VIP coming live from the VIP. Heard the nightlife, lost life without me. Most feds in the state wanna see by me. The whole city got pissed, heard he got 3. That other rapper got it, but shouted he not out. Who set the city on fire soon as he got free? The king back now. Don't even know how to act now. Hit the club, get before I sat down. Still ballin', money stacked tall in shack now. Still push a button to let the roof on the lag down. I'm on the road doing shows, put my Mac down. Mississippi to Philly, Albuquerque to Chat Town. I got the crowd yelling.
Bring them out, bring them out.
All my hot girls yelling.
Bring them out, bring them out.
All the dope boys yelling.
Bring them out, bring them out.
Front to back, they yelling.
Bring them out, bring them out.
Get with other southern rapper hooded than this. I got